Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Joining me, as always, are my co-hosts from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Rebellious D and Terrific Trav. How you fellas doing today?
Hey, D said you ain't much of a hero right now.
You say I'm not
trash. What? He's a trash can.
He said you ain't much of a hero right now. You're a trash can.
Hey, well, look, all I'm going to say is we're doing a review for Hawkeye, and D, he's ready to go. He has the perfect shirt on. It's like Kate Bishop. She came over to D's house and said, "Here's your new outfit." The only thing he's missing is the mask. That's the only thing.
Lord, I'm not wearing that. Like my man Clint said. My wife will divorce me if I put that thing on.
And what Clint do? What Clint do?
He didn't put it on.
He did put it on.
He didn't put the mask on.
He didn't put the mask on, but
he put the costume on.
He put the outfit on.
Yeah, but when she said, he said, "What is that?" On the face. Oh, that's an H.
The mask had the
My wife will divorce me if I put that thing.
That's like next thing Kate gonna say is
Hawk shot.
He needs an actual Hawk pet to accompany him in battle. But before we get into this review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. D, like you tell everybody on every episode.
Podcast in the description. Like, follow, subscribe to the channel, and thank you all for watching.
That's right. So let's go ahead and get into this review. So something that I wanted to do differently was, instead of doing weekly reviews for Hawkeye, I wanted to wait until the series ended, because in my opinion, I felt like that the show was better if you just binged it all in one go instead of waiting and watching it every week and doing a review for it. I also feel like too, like there was just so much going on, because it came out on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving week, and you also had the He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelations. There was a couple of other things that had came out around that time as well. So it's like November and early December was just stacked. So I don't know about you guys, but Trav, did you watch it every week, or did you wait? I
did.
Okay, all right. D, what about you? Did you watch it every week, or did you wait until?
I watched mine in one lump. I watched mine all in one piece.
All right. Now, Trav, as somebody who watched it every week, like, what was your take on it? Like, watching it every week, like, were you hyped to watch the next episode?
I was, because I like Clint Barton, I like Hawkeye, and I like Jeremy Renner. And I love Haley Steinfeld. So what's it called?
Yeah, she killed it, actually.
Come a long way, man.
She's great, man. She's in the show Dickinson on Apple TV Plus. It's a period piece.
She's in Arcana.
Yeah, that's right.
She's Gwen and Into the Spider-Verse. And there's another show that she was just on too, where she did some voiceover work. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's like when I was watching her in this show, I was just like, man, like, it's crazy to think that the first thing I ever saw her in was Pitch Perfect 2. And to see where she was in a teen drama movie, and like seeing like the stuff, like she was in Bumblebee, like I said, Spider-Man. So like she's come a long way.
She was in Bumblebee. Yeah.
It's something. She's had 3 projects that she's done this year that are in the nerd community, and I can't think of the other one, but yeah, man, it's like I thought that Hawkeye was good.
Arcane.
I said Arcane. I think I said Arcane. Okay. But Arcane, this, and there was something else she was in. But yeah, man, I think it was a good watch, like watching it once it was all wrapped up. I thought that everybody up here did a good job. I loved how Hawkeye was it was kind of similar to Daredevil. And I mean, at the end we got Kingpin, which I thought was really cool. One of our former guests that we had on the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Chris Grind, he had hit me up after I had put like my review on Facebook, and me and him, we had the same idea, or I don't know the word I'm trying to use here, but when we saw Kingpin, and it's like Kingpin had on like that big floppy suit, he had the Hawaiian shirt on, which somebody did show me that like that is one of his actual outfits from the comics, but it was just weird because it's like it's the same actor from Daredevil, and you have Kingpin on this show, and he didn't feel like the same Kingpin that was on Daredevil. So D, I want to start with you. Like, do you think that the Kingpin that we have and the MCU now? Do you think that this is this Earth's Kingpin, or do you think that, you know,
I think
that the Netflix MCU is in the same universe as the main MCU?
Can I butt in real quick?
Go for it, Trav.
Because he's already confirmed it's the same one.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that. Thank you, Trav.
Yeah.
I just want to follow up and say that Kingpin, they just probably had to tone him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Being onto Disney, which I think, since we're talking about the Kingpin where he can be brutally, you know, like,
right,
you know, just tear you apart. I think it's going to be interesting too down the road to see what they end up doing with the Punisher, because they did, you know, they did sign him back on and things like that. But I want to see how they do this or where they choose to release the Punisher. Same with Daredevil to some degree and Moon Knight.
I think
guys that get down, you know what I'm saying?
I think they're gonna roll with the new Punisher logo too when they revive Punisher. I don't know if you guys saw his new logo in the comic.
People are pissed too,
but yeah, which again, honestly, if Punisher was like your favorite character, let's say you got like a tattoo on your body and stuff like that, I could understand people being upset for sure.
For switching it.
I think
a lot of people rock that, man.
Bro, I think people put too much stock into certain things. And like that logo just didn't need to be changed, in my opinion. But I don't have any emotional attachment to it, so I'm not going to fight for it. But I know there are people out there who do, and I get it.
Yeah, it's just I mean, there's always going to be emotional attachment to these characters. You know what I'm saying? But the Kingpin, I don't know how y'all feel about him being on the show, but I feel like the Kingpin, I've felt this for a while. He's like the best grappling character in the Street Fighter game that was never created. Yeah. It's just like he was just tanking everything, and it felt very Kingpinish to me.
Well, I'll say to piggyback off of that, this Kingpin, he felt more like the comic book Kingpin because you know, like this dude got hit with a car and was still, you know, able to fight against Kate. Yeah. Now, like
kind of how he is too. It's very cool.
Yeah.
When me and Chris was having this conversation, one of the things that I told him, because he didn't think that, you know, it was believable that Kate could beat him, but you know, like I told him, I was just like, well, you got to think like he got hit by a car, and it wasn't just like, you know, she just tapped him, like she came at him at full speed. So it's like he already had that handicap against him. But I do think it would have had been sweet if you would have had Kate and
Clint.
No, not Clint. Echo. What is her name? Maya. Because it was one of those things where it's just like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and you know, Maya, she speculated that Kingpin had something to do with her father's death. So you know, I think it would have been cool if both of them worked together to take him out. But I thought that the actress who played Maya, I thought that she was cool. I think it's cool that she actually learned like sign language and whatnot for the role. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was really cool.
Now, question.
I really don't. Oh, go ahead, D.
No, I just want to ask you something. Does anybody know she's really a paraplegic?
No, she's not. I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because and the only reason why, the only reason I say that is because when they came out with Eternals, they were saying Homegirl from Eternals was the first ever deaf person that they've had in their stuff. So that's why I'm just kind of saying that. Because they gave her that nod already.
Paraplegic.
Paraplegic, like because she didn't have a leg.
Yeah, is that a real?
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, D. I mean,
I was just curious.
Well, that's something too, because I mean, again, going back to the new season of Titans and Barbara Gordon, where she's not really the actress that plays her is a paraplegic. It wasn't just for the role.
No, she's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I thought she was too, and then I think she had did it was an Instagram live where she was talking about it, and she was saying that to act like when she was on set the entire time, she stayed in the wheelchair.
She like pretended to be.
Yeah, and she was saying like
really getting into
character. Was able to, you know, resonate with people.
Bro, she fooled me because if you go to her Instagram, she's in a wheelchair and like everything.
Oh well, maybe
interesting.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's interesting either way, but it was just it just goes back to kind of like another thing that we have to get used to now in this day and age as people of all different races, ethnicities,
and she is an amputee.
Yeah,
is. Prosthetic.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Just different people all over are starting to get roles. And
but
it's nice.
But that just shows like how badass she is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because it's like she learned the sound.
It's got to be amazing.
And then she
you know what I'm
also
saying?
doing like the fights. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just think that all of that was awesome. Now I know that we talked about this, D, but she's going to be in her own show, Echo, and I feel like that this is also going to lead into Daredevil possibly being MCU TV show, and tying the hand and all that stuff with this, because I said that I think somebody killed her, like when we hear the gunshot at the end, because they didn't show who got shot. And people were saying, some people think that Kingpin's dead. I'm like, no, Kingpin's not dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely not
dead. They just brought this man into this universe. And
I tell you what, if they just killed off Marvel's like best villain of all time, there.
Yeah, he's
bro.
Up
what's
there.
it called?
And like he had like on a bulletproof, because remember he got shot with the arrow, so he's fine. So I just think that somebody ended up shooting her. And like this is how she gets into contact with the hand, because the hand they're going to revive her and whatnot, and that's how she becomes Echo. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Interesting.
Something else that I wanted to piggyback off of too on the final episode is like when you have all of the tracksuit mafia coming up in there, it felt like it was a video game beat 'em up.
Did you now Banks? Did you think Major Grom was going to come out of nowhere and start helping him fight him? I was like, wait a minute. This looks pretty similar to something else.
You thought it was in the Squid Games?
Nah, there's the Tracksuit Mafia. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called, but Major Grom has villains that they dress just like that. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Now, and I'll let you talk about this, Trav, but because I know we've mainly just been talking about the season finale for real. But just like the characters that were introduced, like from the LARP characters to seeing Kate's not stepdad, but her mom's boyfriend, the swordsman, and her mom. Like, what was your take on these characters being introduced into the MCU, and then also like finding out that her mom was just playing dumb this entire time?
Oh, I already knew that the mom was gonna be behind the whole situation. I know they were gonna try to pull the okie doke on us, so they didn't get your boy. But I love Vera Farmiga, mostly known from the Conjuring series. Again, they just be going out and getting like these actors, bro, to come in here.
Oh yeah, dude, they pick them. They pick them good.
And I know people had complaints about that last episode about it being unrealistic, but it's like
what, Kingpin getting hit by the car?
No, I mean just the whole situation, like Kate Bishop coming down the but it's like, bro,
people need to stop taking
the whole situation is unrealistic.
Can we not take
like, where did they get all those guys from, man? Like they just kept coming and coming and
that's just what happens, bro. Sometimes you don't ask questions,
like Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
Like they just kept coming. But it's just, can we agree to not take this stuff too serious and take the fun out of this stuff? Like, come on. They need to showcase the arrows.
You can't watch this stuff and be like, that's unrealistic, and then watch Batman and be like, yo, that Lazarus pit.
But I mean, I'll say that like when she was coming down the building, and I was just like, yo, like how is she gonna do this? And that was one of the things that one of my friends just kept on talking about with Kate, was that she's an idiot, and she's not I
wouldn't call her idiot. I call her foolhardy.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like that's why she has to be with Clint, because Clint is the person that's going to guide. Because you got to think about it, like she doesn't have a father figure. She's never really had anybody that's really like just taken her under their wing and showed her the ways. And then she's grown up with a mom that's kind of protected her this entire time. So there's no way that Kate could be doing the stuff that she was doing in them streets, and nobody ever took her out. You know what I'm saying?
But she just. Go ahead, Trav.
Say it, D. Say it, D.
She just started doing all this. It wasn't like she was just running around doing it the whole time.
I mean,
it literally,
as far as we know, she was. I mean, because you see,
no,
in the
it just started.
In the first episode,
It just started. She had just started, man. What?
Man, she shot that arrow at the church bell. She didn't.
That was being a delinquent, bro. That was a dare.
Yeah. She's a hell of an archer. I mean, that's already,
sure.
the given. But
I mean,
the cool
she wasn't running around
that,
like Matt Murdock. Okay, she wasn't just putting the hoodie on and.
Clint's never been a mentor before, so it's cool for his character to have somebody. It replaces that. The Black Widow thing's different because he loves her like a sister, and they're like on equal footing. But now he's a senpai. You know what I mean?
Father figure,
yeah. And I know he's a dad and stuff. And then we get the cool reveal that his wife was part of Shield.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Shield,
so she,
and,
I do like
an agent of Shield. She wasn't.
She was Agent 17, right?
In the comics,
19.
But in the comics, he's married to Mockingbird. But there's already a Mockingbird in because that was on Agents of Shield, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. They just made changes.
Unless his wife was the original Mockingbird. I mean, they could easily say that she was the original one, and then
I like it though. To be honest,
absolutely.
without looking at it too deeply, I like it. Actually, it brings it all. Because she says the line like, "Well, I understand. Just know that I understand more than anybody else will ever understand."
Yeah, because she's been there and done it.
Yeah,
she knows what the situations are.
I really liked. Yeah, I really like the dynamic that they have and the way that Kate and Clint's relationship, the way they make it feel like wholesome, and it really, because at the beginning they're really disconnected, and it's kind of like, where's the dynamic? But by the end of it, you really have a connection there, and he basically welcomes her to his family and stuff. I thought that was awesome.
It's a buddy cop.
Really good writing.
Yes. I will say too that I love that they played on all of the different arrows that Hawkeye has, because we never saw that in any of the MCU.
Yeah, we got the actual gadgets this time.
And that's one of the things I've always loved about Hawkeye is, he has all those different arrows, and it's something that we never saw, because I didn't really watch Green Arrow like that, but or not Green Arrow, but Arrow. But I mean, I know you guys did, and pretty much Hawkeye and Arrow, they're opposites of each other. Now on the show Arrow, did he have trick arrows as well, or was it
every once in a while? It was kind of the same way they played Clint
level.
Yeah, it wasn't like DC straight, Green Arrow, but it was basically how they used Clint when you first saw him. It was basically about the same. He had like little, he had a few, but it wasn't like the punch arrow,
Yeah, I love the punch arrow. Man.
It's
like,
sweet.
It's like, I mean, like that's like the traditional arrow, but I liked he had the ice arrow. He had the Pym particle arrow, like all of that stuff was cool, man.
It was awesome.
And now I know we're getting towards the end of this review, but we couldn't wrap this thing up without talking about Yelena. Like, I thought she was awesome coming into the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When we got the end credits and Black Widow and old girl that was on Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because I don't call him Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's Captain America now. She showed up and she was just like, hey, here's the person that killed your sister. And I love that Clint and Yelena were able to have that heart to heart, and he was just like, nah, like, she always loved you and she did what she had to do to save everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the one that wanted to take my life, but the reason why I didn't, and the reason why your sister sacrificed herself, is because I have a family. You know what I'm saying? Right. She wanted me to go back to my family. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these are the things that heroes have to do. These are those tough choices that they have to make. And, she made the ultimate sacrifice because they needed the Soul Stone.
Whatever it takes.
And that was somehow better than the whole Black Widow movie.
For sure. Like, bro, and we've talked about it. Like, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home is the best MCU movie that came out this year. But then it's just like, you've also had Shang-Chi. I wouldn't say Black Widow is the worst, but it's number 3. It's because you got Eternals, and I didn't really hear a lot about Eternals for real, so that's all I was asking for.
That's why.
Hey, I just want to mention the best part of this whole entire show is I can do this all day.
Hey,
bro,
dude,
that song is
super
so
musical.
We need a Rogers the Musical for real.
Oh, dude, could you imagine? Sell out. That thing will sell out.
I love that they played it for the mid credits.
For sure. It was the whole thing.
They did the whole thing. You know what?
Yeah.
Hulk smash, dude, so good.
Yo, when they were watching it, and he was just like, Ant-Man won't even there. It's like, why was Ant-Man there? I don't know. It was just funny, but yeah. I mean, like, did you guys have any other final thoughts that y'all wanted to say about this show?
I got a message to Marvel.
What's that message?
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
That's it.
All right,
and my last comment is, this is not the best MCU show, but it was my favorite MCU show.
And Trav, I love that you segue into that, because that was going to be my final question for you guys too. Out of all of the MCU shows that we got this year, like, what was your favorite from least to best? Starting with you, Trav, since you were talking about it.
So from least, and again, I don't dislike any show.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah,
can we just
like,
pick
what
a
was your
best,
least
your favorite?
But I'm gonna rank WandaVision at the bottom.
Okay.
Loki, Falcon, Winter Soldier. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye. But if I'm really looking at it from the outside in, Falcon and Winter Soldier is the best MCU show, from writing to everything. It's the best, but Hawkeye was definitely my favorite, most enjoyable to watch.
You forgot What If? Where would that be at?
It's not even on the list, bro.
Oh God,
not even on
burn
the
it
list.
up. For me, starting with least, it's probably Loki, then WandaVision, What If. Give me Hawkeye, and then give me Falcon and no, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
thanks.
For me, it would be Loki, then What If, then Hawkeye, then WandaVision, and then Captain America and Winter Soldier. That's mine. So I love that we all have different takes on like what's our least to best, and I'm hoping that Hawkeye gets another season. Like, that's what it looks like it's going. I know Loki's getting a second season. I think with Captain America and Winter Soldier, they're just going straight into Captain America 4. Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen next. So, thank you, everybody, for watching our review. Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's right. I'm on the Instagram at ZK Audio. I'm on the Twitter at TerryAVIOSZK, where I'm also on Letterboxd ranking and rating my favorite movies, man. If they're looking for a rebel, where they going to find them at?
As always, you can find me at rebellious_D23 at Instagram.com. And when they're looking for a hero, Banks, hey, New York's covered, I guess. Where can they find you at, sir?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again, everybody, for watching this review. Make sure you check out some more of our reviews that we have here on the channel, along with reaction videos and interviews. Check out our podcast, where we have brand new episodes every Tuesday. And then the video of that episode is up here on YouTube on Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive, and we hope that you have a great New Year's. See you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast, where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you, and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.